Okay, hello everybody, I hope everybody's doing well. Today's demo is going to be crab cakes, Maryland style or a Baltimore style crab cake. So I have here 1 pound of jumbo lump crab meat. I actually bought the pasteurized one because that's all the grocery store had. It came in a can, it was pretty clean, but you want to pick through it and make sure you don't have any shells. 1 egg, a half a cup of mayonnaise, a little parsley, Old Bay, Dijon mustard, lemon, Worcestershire, hot sauce of your choice. I prefer to use the sriracha. And then I have about 20 saltines that I just crumbled up by hand. The key to this is that you want to incorporate the crab meat absolutely last. You don't want to break it up. I like to have a crab cake that has an abundant amount of crab meat. I hate when I go and I get a crab cake and it's a little bit of crab cake and a lot of breading. So the first thing I like to do is put my mayonnaise in. We're going to mix all of our ingredients together first, minus the crab meat. So we have our mayo. We have a little bit of parsley. We have 1 egg. Dijon mustard, spicy mustard, yellow mustard. I prefer the country style, where you can see chunks of the mustard seed in there. So we got a little mustard in there, about a tablespoon. Then we're going to add Worcestershire, probably about a tablespoon. 5 or 6 nice dashes. Hot sauce, depending on your flavor. Okay, I always say about a teaspoon to start, 1.5 teaspoons. Then we're going to zest a little lemon in there with our microplane. Probably about the zest of about a half of a lemon should be great in this. We're not going to put any lemon juice in there. Lemon juice we're going to put on top. We're going to hit it with a couple dashes of Old Bay. Just like that. And then we're going to mix this all together. We're going to have a little salt and pepper. And a little bit of pepper. Mix that all together. Then we're going to add in our breadcrumb, or our saltines. Again, it's about 20 saltine crackers. And then we're going to add in our jumbo lump crab meat. Just like so. And then we're gently going to mix this all together. I'm not being rough here, very, very gently, because I want to be able to see all that crab meat. Okay, we spend a lot of money on crab meat. I think that 1 pound of crab meat cost me about $32. Then I like to portion them out. So on this tray, I have a little bit of panko breadcrumb. You can use a little bit of saltine also. And I have my trusty ice cream scoop. And all I'm going to do is portion them out right there. Pound of crab meat should give you roughly 6 to 8, depending on your scooper. And we're just going to go like that. Now, depending on the mood you're in, you can cook these 1 of 2 ways. This crab cake, sometimes I leave them just like this, and I put them in the oven and I bake them at 345 degrees, or excuse me, 375 degrees until they get a nice crust on top. Put a little pat of butter on top of it and let them go in the oven and bake them. The other way you can do it is in a saute pan. Got a little extra. So I got 7 crab cakes. So here I'm going to show everybody how to saute the crab cake. So I have my pan on, it's getting hot. I'm gonna put a little olive oil in the bottom of the pan. And I'm gonna add a little pat of butter. And we're gonna let that go in the pan until the butter becomes what we call bournaisette. Just helps color your fish a little bit. It gives it a nice nutty little flavor. So we're gonna let that foam and froth up. I'm gonna cut a nice little lemon garnish for our crab cake when we're all done. This is a great as a sandwich. Put on a roll, put a lettuce and tomato, make a nice mayonnaise of your choice, put it right on there. Dinner time, you can serve it with rice and a vegetable. I love crab cakes, so I could probably eat 2 of these, but 1 is usually more than sufficient to serve to your dinner guests. I love them as a sandwich. My kids call them Krabby Patties. And we just flatten it out just a little bit like that. Wash my hands. Now you can make this with just about anything. You can make this with, if you had made salmon the night before and you wanted to make salmon cakes, you can do that. Cod cakes, you can do that. Shrimp cakes, make great shrimp cakes. The only thing I would say is when you use shrimp or oysters, or even if you do a mix, you just want to make sure that when you make the cake, it holds its shape. You don't want to put a lot of binder in there, but you want to have enough that it holds its shape, just like this. And as my butter, you can see, is starting to turn brown. The froth is almost a tan color. We're going to just take our crab cake, and we're going to put it right in the pan. Nice sizzle. And we're going to let it go probably 3 or 4 minutes on each side. I'm going to expedite this a little bit because, again, it's a video. Now you have to remember, everything is pretty much cooked. The egg is going to cook relatively quickly, and you all have pasteurized eggs, so we're not worried about that. But you just want it so that it gets nice and warm on the inside, and you have a nice little coating on the outside. And again, these are thin enough that they're going to heat up relatively quickly. And again, it should take no more than 3 or 4 minutes. If you'd like to get fancy like I do, I like to throw an extra little pat of butter right into the pan. And then basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to baste the crab cake with that butter right on top. And I'm just going to let that crab cake sit there and warm up a little bit. You can experiment with all sorts of cracker crusts. Ritz crackers work great if that's the flavor that you're looking for. You don't want the saltiness or the saltine, you can definitely just use some panko breadcrumb. And that, I would say, it's probably about a good half a cup of that binding agent, 50-50 to the mayonnaise. So now that I got my crab cake all nice and done, I'm going to put it right there on the plate. And this is just what I want to show everybody, is that when you cut into that crab cake, you see all that beautiful crab meat. And that's what you're looking for. All nice big lumps of crab meat. Delicious. I hope you try them out and you enjoy them as much as I do. Thanks for watching.